Yeah, that's like the cops, man. They be sitting in a little place you don't even see them with their little radar guns and so forth. And the wicked have murdered us in secret places. We rolling down the street. Next thing you know, here come the trucks. Here come the clan behind us in the trucks. In secret places does he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor, always against us. All these laws set up against us. Look at the jails. Who's in the jails? Mainly Israelites. Against us. He lies in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lies in the wait to catch the poor. Catch the poor man. You know, you look around, you look at me. You don't ever be stopping nobody with no brand new cars. Brother got an old car that's, be pulled over for nothing. Just to check him out. Oh, I thought you was a drug dealer. Man, ain't got no money. The drug dealer should have some money. Anything. Secretly messing with the poor. He does catch the poor when he draw him into his net, that little trap that he set. He crouches and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Yeah. Good cop, bad cop. He's humbling himself like he's cool. But here come the cops ready to beat you down, like they did Michael in Ferguson, man. Michael Brown, man, in Ferguson, man. Raise your hand, you got killed. He said, he hath said in his heart, the Most High have forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see it. So I say, arise from Most High power, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. He's not going to forget the humble. But he going to forget the proud. He ain't even dealing with you that's prideful. Verse 15, it says, break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. Discover all their wickedness. The Most High is king, and the Mashiach Yahushua is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. They're going to perish out of his land. That's the good news gospel. The Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear. Only the humble. Not the one that's prideful, don't know nothing but think they know everything, gonna compete with you in your word of knowledge. Say, cause thine ear to hear, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress. That's right. That he may no more oppress. He's going to judge the fatherless and the oppressed people. And he ain't going to be able to oppress us anymore. He's going to cut the time short. He's going to make the time short. Second Corinthians 11. Our people better wake up. You know that. Before it's too late. Second Corinthians 11 and 13. Say, for such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Mashiach Yahushua. Many false prophets out here, and false apostles, and false teachers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Mashiach Yahushua. Like they believe in Mashiach Yahushua as they say. They claim. But they really don't believe in him. They don't believe in him. They don't believe in him. And the Most High gonna check all you that think you know. And don't know. Verse 14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Hear that? And we read Proverbs 6:23, that the law is the light. Mashiach Yahushua is the light. We'll read that right quick. So, because Satan has appeared as an angel of light. So Satan appeared as Mashiach Yahushua. That's why you got to know these spirits that are very deceitful. And they very slick and crafty. Look. St. John, the first chapter, in verse 4. In him was life. Talk about a Mashiach Yahushua. And the life was the light of men. His life was the light of men. He's a way to show us how to follow the truth, which is the law, to lead to everlasting life. And the light shineth in darkness. So this light, the laws of the Most High, is shining in darkness, ignorance, ignorant people. And the darkness comprehended not. So the people that's ignorant not going to comprehend the light. They're like, it's too much for them. They're going to you're going too fast, and I can't understand it. Because they ain't going to never comprehend the light, because they're wicked. And the wicked people going to always look for a reason to blame you, when they butts don't know nothing. As they ought to know, they're ignorant. They're in darkness. But they always going to find a way to compare you to them. Come on. How you do that? Sad. Let's go back to Satan, who y'all believe in, when you act like him. It says, 2 Corinthians 11 and 13, for such are false apostles, deceitful workers. I mean, they're lying workers. Deceit means lying. Lying workers. People that lie, or they transgress the laws of the Most High and a false witness against you. Deceitful workers transforming themselves into the apostles of a Mashiach Yahushua, like they rolling with a Mashiach Yahushua. But what are they? Deceitful workers, lying workers. Verse 14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Satan is appeared as an angel of light. Dealing with what? The laws of the Most High. That's the light. Mashiach appeared as an angel of light. Satan appeared as Mashiach Yahushua. They be saying Jesus Christ. They be saying whatever name they use for him. And yet still, they represent Satan. That's why you got to know this Bible, to know what's right from wrong. Else you're going to follow anything. That's what it says. For no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. An angel that's teaching the word of the Most High, that's showing the scriptures, showing the laws of the Most High, statutes and commandments of the Most High. And appearing as a Mashiach Yahushua. But it's Satan. But you don't know, because you've been following him all along. He been in you all along. Them demons been in you all along. And you still calling on the name of Jesus, or whatever name you use for him. And you still dealing with the spirit of Satan. It says, therefore, verse 15, therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness. You hear that? But they the ministers of Satan, but they call themselves the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. Better hear. Better take heed. It's serious. Jeremiah 14 and 14. People playing around with their life, really. Jeremiah 14, 14. Then the Most High said unto me, prophesy. Then the Most High said unto me, the prophets prophesied lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught. and the deceit of their heart, the lies of their own mind, what their minds is telling them. You hear that? Then that's how all people have been programmed. A lot of you, especially you Christian Israelites, a lot of you been programmed by these false prophets. Therefore, you trying to include whatever it is you learn from these false prophets into the truth, man. You better start all over again like a child. Humble yourself, as we all had to come into the knowledge wisdom of these scriptures. The word of the Most High. Once again, it says, then the word of the Most High said unto me, the prophets prophesied lies in my name. They prophesied lies in the name of Jesus Christ, in the name of whatever name they use concerning the Mashiach Yahushua. Using that. Say, I sent them not. Say, he ain't send them. They ain't on no mission from the Most High. You then still those on a mission, you be put down like you nobody. And it's sad because we doing it to each other. Other nations sitting there learning everything they can from us, but yet still y'all sitting back arguing and going back and forth with each other like some dang old misfits. But the Most High gonna put you to death. You deserve death because you ain't worthy to even be there to stop, because you're gonna stop somebody else from making it. You ain't making it yourself, you trying to stop somebody else from making it. That's why the Most High said we supposed to be dealing with them Gentiles. So what they gonna do? They're gonna take your mind away from him, following him with all their nonsense, all their bull crap, for a lesser word. Listen, see, I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. All the Lord told me last night. And then lying. Most High said, no, he said, I ain't spoke to them. It says, they prophesy unto you a false vision and divination. And a thing of not, thing that's going to be, don't even amount to anything, thing of nothing. And the deceit, the lies of their heart. Lies of their own mind. But they going to go back and forth with you like they know something. And walking around in ignorance. And our people love it so. Y'all love to hear them lies. Y'all love to be lied to because you're used to it. That's what y'all love. Y'all don't love a man that's trying to be righteous, or men that's trying to be righteous and trying to make it to the kingdom, show you the right way to go to the kingdom. Y'all love all these damn deceitful people. It says, verse 15, therefore thus say the Most High concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not, yet they say sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. And they say, look, it tells you, he tells you that in Amos. So they're going to be consumed. Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Because they ain't teaching the laws of the Most High. 613 laws. You probably can't even name the 10 commandments. Because, if they saying you ain't got to follow them, because of Mashiach Yahushua, oh no, they say Jesus Christ nailed them on the cross. All ordinances on the cross. Then that's ignorant. That's ignorant. But they telling you, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. So what it's saying is transgression of the law. So all you that transgress the laws, you don't know the laws, you ain't following the laws, and you hear my voice, and you have heard my voice, then you're going to die. That says, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. You think that evil ain't going to come to you and you ain't trying to do what the Most High do? Oh yeah. You're going to die, he said. No doubt about it. Ain't no ifs, buts about it. You're going to die, he said. And that's what we're trying to keep you from doing, dying. And that death he's talking about is being cast into the lake of fire where the worms never die and the fires never quench. I ain't see nobody want to put that cigarette lighter up to their finger and let it burn up and let it burn each finger at a time. Then burn their arm off and then, because if you burn it now, you can't get it back. It's done. So you better adhere to these scriptures and really realize what time it is. Revelation, the last book of the Bible, 14 and 12. Galatians 14 and 12. Here is the patience of the saints who are the 12 tribes of Israel. You read Psalms 148:14. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Mashiach Yahushua. They are they that keep the commandments, that's the laws of the Most High, and the faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. That's in the last book of the Bible. So how you going to, in your wildest dreams, think that it's not important to do what's right in the eyes of the Most High? The last book of the Bible, Revelation 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Blessed are they that do his laws. Blessed are they that do the Most High's rules and regulations, that they may have right to the tree of life to live forever, and may enter in through the gates into the city. You got 4 gates, people. And if you want to make it into them gates, you got to do what's right. For without a dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie, you ain't going to the kingdom. Cry all you want to. Most High ain't going to hear you. He's going to mock at you, crying. You're going to cry to him, he's going to be laughing at you. That's what he's saying. Because he's telling you now. He's been telling you. And you ain't listening. So what is it that you want him to do for you? You better keep on calling on your God, Satan. That's who you operating under. Look. Proverbs 1 and 22. How long ye simple ones? Call you simple. Call you simple. When ye love simplicity, hell, the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. And that's what you depend on, the world. You're the enemy of the Most High and the haters of the Most High. It says, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. You're a fool if you hate this knowledge. It said, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Say, because I have called, and ye refuse. You refuse. A lot of you got getting this call, and you refuse to hear the calling. You still want to remain the same old wretched one that you are, and have been all your life. That's what he said. He said, but ye have, it says, because I have called and you refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. So he stretched out his hand and nobody regarded. But ye have set at naught, say at nothing, all my counsel. This is counsel that you're getting now. And would none of my reproof. They ain't want none of the Most High's reproof. Everything we say is by Shema Mashiach Yahushua. Let's see if Satan gonna help you out of this one. It says, I also will laugh at your calamity. You hear what he said? When he starts destroying you, he said, you're going to laugh at your calamity. And I will mock when your fear comes. When you get afraid, he said, he's going to mock you. Start making fun of you. He's going to be laughing as he's going to make fun of you. He said, when your fear coming, as desolation, when he start taking everything you have and destroying you, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me. Then you're going to call upon him. You're going to want to call upon him then. You're going to want to get in this word and try and learn and be approved to the Most High. He says, it's too late. Listen. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, you ain't want to do what was told to you to do. Like, oh, I ain't got to listen to that. But the word is saying this. The word is telling you what to do. Study to show yourself approved to the Most High. Rightly dividing the word of truth. Not just remembering one scripture, 2 scriptures, like the churches teach you. 3 scriptures, and that's it. Or don't bring no scriptures at all. Just off the top of your dome with how you think. I get that all the time. Just how I feel. Who cares how you feel? Most I don't care. It says, for they that hated knowledge, for that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Most High. They didn't choose the fear of the Most High. They were none of my counsel. You're getting counseled every time you have a class and you hear the word of the Most High. This is counsel or the word of the Most High. They were none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof. So you despise his reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. The things you're going to try and do, the Most High going to bring it right on you. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. You're going to, the simple-minded people, going to destroy you. And fools going to destroy you, he said. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely. You listen to what he's saying in this word, you're going to dwell safely. And shall be quiet from fear of evil. And that's what we want. You want to be quiet from fear of evil. But the evil going to come on those that don't listen and don't take heed. You know? Jeremiah 3:15. See, people take this too lightly. You're like, okay, that's why it's not, sometimes it's not even good to have people get near you because they think that you just like everybody else. Jeremiah 3:15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Now, if this ain't knowledge and understanding, that you're getting what you want. He say we'll give you pastors according to his mind. How do we know the mind of the Most High? The little that he allows us to know in part. You know? It's here in this word. That's how you know. St. John 17:17. Just how you know. Instead of being Edomanized totally and think you are Israelite. We nothing but an individualist, man. Individualite. Freestyle Israelite. St. John 17:17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. How you clean up our people's mind with the truth? The word is truth, man. The word is the law. The law is the truth. So as we learn these words, we learning the laws of the Most High. We following his rules and regulations. He's telling us here. Ephesians 5:26. It's very important. That he might sanctify and cleanse it. But you know, to be sanctified means to clean you up with the washing of water by the word. This word is washing you and cleaning you up. It's supposed to, so that you could become this. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if any man be in Mashiach, or Bahashem Mashiach Yahushua is in you, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. If you're the same old person you was, some of you old, it's still the same way. Behold, all things are become new. You still the same, then you ain't no new creature. You ain't been born again. You ain't no new man. You ain't no new woman. You the same old fuddy-duddy person you was all the time. In the eyes of the Most High and in the eyes of men. Especially spiritual men. Oh, well, you can't judge me. Better think again. Better think again. Because the Spirit going to reveal it. Because you will reveal it in yourself. 1 Corinthians 2:15. But he that is spiritual judges all things. Yet he himself is judged of no man, because he going to be in the spirit with the Most High in this word, trying to do the best he can in the word, learning it, living it, and applying this life. And that's what's important. No more, no less. Diligent. Got to be diligent in this. This ain't no half-assed. You be half-assed when you ask the Most High for something, you're going to be half-assed in giving it to you. That's why we gotta strive for perfection. As we strive for perfection, we gotta be in the spirit with the Most High and a Mashiach Yahushua, and not deviate, and not fall short. That's why it says Ephesians 4:14. Ephesians 4:14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine. A lot of you still trying to hold on to your old doctrine that you learned in the church. And Mr. Pork Chop eating preacher ain't teaching you nothing, ain't taught you nothing, ain't gonna teach you nothing, and ain't gonna tell you to avoid listening to us, Hebrew Israelites, when we have the truth. And a lot of you still trying to follow this doctrine, every wind of doctrine. You over here, you over there, you don't know where to go. You're just lost. Lost in the sauce, man. They ask you, come on, bring it, what you got? It starts, the next thing you know, poof, they gone. But they go by saying something, but say, come on back and stay. Or let's talk, let's dialect spiritually according to the scriptures. Can't get that. But you get an argument, a carnal argument, because they worldly, they Gentiles. They're nothing but Edomites. They Esau, where they are what they call them, Oreo. They black on the outside, white on the inside. Got brown skin, but inside they nothing but Edomites. Individualists, because that's who he is. He is an individualist, straight up. And that's how our people are. A lot of them. 2/3 of our people, we know who you are. You will continue to do the things you're doing, and you're going to continue to work your way to hell. That nuclear fire is waiting on your butt. Say, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men, following what a man says. And cunning craftiness. Yeah, trying to be slick, like nobody see you. But you know the eyes of the Most High upon all the things that you're doing? You think the Most High ain't going to reveal it? He reveal everything. It says, but you don't know because you don't know the scriptures. You don't know anything about the word as you should to be able to know how the Most High is operating these last days. You got to have somebody that's going to reveal something to. Because we all be in darkness. But everybody's not in darkness. We in this marvelous light. Hallelujah. It says by the sleight of men, by what man says, not what the Most High says. And cunning craftiness. Yeah, being slick. Think they slick. Whereby they lie in wait to deceive. They lie in wait to lie. They lie in wait to lie. Understand this. Go to the book of Amos. The 9th chapter, the 8th verse. Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Most High are upon the sinful kingdom. And that's America. All you living here in America thinking that you rolling in the spirit, a lot of you are sinful. Because you don't follow the laws of the Most High. You don't know the laws of the Most High, therefore you didn't know them when you went to church. Now here you are as a Hebrew Israelite, you still ain't studying. I always tell you, read from Genesis to Deuteronomy. How many have you done it? I started going over the laws, reviewing the laws as we review all other topics and lessons. How many of you doing it on your own? To know what's right from wrong. That's how you're going to know what's right from wrong, through the law. Look, we ate of the tree of good and evil, therefore we under the tree of good and evil. We got to deal with it. That's the law. Because the Most High made us all righteous. As we will be if we make it to the kingdom, Most High will. But now we want to eat of the tree of good and evil that he said don't touch. But we touched it, so therefore now we got to deal with these stringent laws. Behold, the eyes of the Most High are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Most High. So the Most High see everything. And he reveals things. He see everything. But you that's not spiritual, but it said a spiritual man judges all things, that he is not judged of no man of himself, because he's spiritual. And he has a contact with the Most High. He has a relationship with the Most High. It says, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. He's going to sift us, 1/3 of us from among all these nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. The least is the 1/3 of the 12 tribes. It's not going to fall upon the earth, because the least going to be in the air. With the Mashiach Yahushua, he destroyed this place. And all you sinners, all you that think you get away with something. Let me show you this. But you don't believe it. You think everybody's the same. Everybody not the same. Look. Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Most High will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So he revealeth the secrets unto his servants, who are the children of Israel, the prophets. So he reveals certain things that's unimaginable, mysteries. and things, as far as the Holy Spirit, is going to reveal, which is the Spirit of the Most High. Like it says, surely the Most High will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. But see, if you're not spiritual, you don't understand that. You just think everybody the same. Everybody not the same. Everybody's not the same, y'all. Better hear and adhere very closely. It was very, very important that you see this. Because it's on. The time is short. The time is short. But you think it's going to last forever. Second Peter's 2, the second chapter. Second Peter's 2. And 9. The Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua, knoweth how to deliver the righteous out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Hear that? He know how to deliver the righteous out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government, presumptuous are they, self-willed, all the individualites. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Those that are in charge, they're not afraid to speak evil against us. Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not rarely accusations against them before the Most High, but yet still, you, with your measly little mindset, gonna bring accusations against those that the Most High reveal his secrets to. Yet still say angels don't bring rarely accusations against them before the Most High, but yet still you are more powerful than the angels. You think the Most High ain't gonna deal with y'all? Oh yeah, he gonna deal with y'all. You better believe this. It says angels are not bringing railing accusations to the Most High. It says, but these are natural brute beasts. So you call you natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed. So you made to be taken and destroyed. If you don't repent, come out of the wicked ways that you think and how you act. Speak evil of the things that they understand not. You hear that? They speak evil of the things that they understand not, because the Most High has not revealed the mysteries to them. And a lot of you ain't studied enough to know this anyway. It says, they speak evil of the things they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. You're going to perish in the corruption that you bring on someone else. You're going to perish in that same corruption. And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that counted pleasure to riot in the daytime, all the time going back and forth and arguing with people, and causing riots, actual riots. Spots they are, and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings, lying while they feast with you. Lying right there with you. And lying on you as they eating with you. That's what it says. 2 and 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, and you believe it, even denying the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua that bought them, and bring unto themselves swift destruction. Better hear that. And many shall follow, their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. Because the truth is coming, but then they're going to try and find some way to have a problem with you. Just like I'm teaching now, somebody probably said, oh, he up there talking about me. This applies to all of us. Every last one of us. It just applies to some more than others. But let it apply to all of us. It apply to me. I got to make sure I'm not falling into this chain of what it is. It's just that I've been going through this so many years that I know that he said he's going to beat us with more stripes than he would those that don't know. And all you that have been hearing my voice for years, you've been hearing the preachers and the brothers of the Hebrew Israelites that's bringing this truth for all these years, and hopefully they're trying to be perfect as the Most High is working to make them perfect. And you going astray, he going to deal with you. You're going to get beat down, that's what it says. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. So you hear the truth, you're going to think it's evil spoken. You're going to start speaking evil against it. And he's going to get you. And through covetousness shall they with fiend words make merchandise of you. That's why a lot of people, they put all their money into the church, but they're not really putting their money into a righteous man's hand, because they put their money into a wicked man's hand, because he ain't dealing with the truth. And some men have getting everything, but they don't have anything to show that their money can go to. They ain't have no church. They don't have. Some have churches. You got these preachers that have these mega churches, and they getting all the money. They're not taking care of the people. People is lacking and slacking and need help within their own congregation. They taking that money, that people that need help, they taking their money, not even helping them. That's what the church is supposed to be about. That's why Ananias and Sapphira, his wife, Most High put them to death. Put them to death, because they sold lands and they kept back some of the price of the lands. And Most High put them to death. Oh, Most High got a way to scare people. You ain't scared of him, he got a way to scare you. You know, make you so you wish you was dead and don't die. Shoot. You almost don't know the Most High. He said, through covetousness shall they with fiend words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. It's coming. The damnation is coming. You better hear what he's saying. This is very important, people. Proverbs 12 and 17. That's why when you speak, you better think before you speak. Because everything's being recorded. Everything's being recorded. Look, Proverbs 12 and 17. He that speaketh truth showeth forth righteousness. And truth is contrary to a lie. Is the opposite of a lie. He that speaketh truth showeth forth righteousness, but a false witness deceit. But a false witness, you tell a lie on somebody, you telling lies. You a liar. Ain't no liars going to the kingdom. We done went over that. The lip of truth shall be established forever. The words of truth shall be established forever. But a lying tongue is but for a moment. It ain't but for a moment, man. Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil. You think about evil and you say, why you got to think about lies and evil? Why you got to think like that? Because you evil. You got deceit in your spirit. You're rolling with Satan. You got the devil in you. It says, deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy. It says, there shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. You're wicked. You're going to be filled with mischief, telling lies. Say, lying lips are abomination to the Most High. You hear that? Lying lips, lying words, those that tell lies, you're abomination to the Most High. You're a filthy, wicked person to the Most High. But they that deal truly are his delight. You deal with the truth. That's why I say I understand why people can think that in their wildest dreams that knowing all this, you're gonna lie to them. Who thinks that you're that important that somebody gotta lie to you and go to hell behind a man or a woman? Are you serious? That's why a lot of people can't deal with what that's saying. You can't handle the truth. Hey. Sad. Second John. Second John. Go to the book of Second John. And verse 7. 2 John and 7. For many deceivers are entered into the world, who confess not that a Mashiach Yahushua is come in the flesh. This is deceiver and an anti-Mashiach. So many deceivers, liars, have come into the world, deceiving the world. That's why 1 John 4:1 says, try the spirit by the spirit, whether or not they're the Most High. Because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Many false prophets are gone into the world. Hereby know ye the spirit of the Most High. Every spirit that confesses that a Mashiach Yahushua is come in the flesh is of the Most High. And every spirit that confesses not that a Mashiach Yahushua is come in the flesh is not of the Most High. And this is that spirit of anti-Mashiach, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is in the world. Whole lot of you against him. But oh yeah, some of y'all say, oh well, I know my Jesus. And I know, you come up against what it is that the Most High is bringing forth. Your prayer is an abomination. John 7. So like we'll start at verse 14. John 7 and 14. It says, now about the midst of the feast, Mashiach Yahushua went up into the temple and taught. So he taught in the feast. So he followed the feast days. And the Jews marveled, saying, how knoweth this man letters, having never learned? How you know this Old Testament he ain't never learned? Mashiach Yahushua answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. This doctrine is of the Most High. If any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of the Most High or whether I speak of myself. And you're going to know if you doing the will of the Most High, whether this person is coming with the doctrine of himself. Remember the slate of men, by the slate of men, doctrines of being seduced by the slate of men, the doctrine of men, or is the doctrine of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua. It says, he that speaketh of himself speaketh his own glory, speaketh to his own glory. He's speaking of himself. But he that seeketh his glory, that sent him, the same is true, and no unrighteousness is in him. This is what the Mashiach Yahushua said concerning himself. He's an example how we can follow. Now, how you can follow the example of the Most High Mashiach Yahushua as he came to this earth, and there was no, he said, and no unrighteousness is in him. But yet still, you want to say that there's unrighteousness in those that are the teachers and the men that the Most High brought on this earth to bring the nation back together. And you got individuals that's always trying to bring us down because they don't know. And they're not studying themselves to be able to say, well, you bring it. Bring it. 3-4 hours. Come on. What you got? Show me what you got. Nothing but mouth. Mouth. But no precepts. But no topics. That's sad. It said, did not Moses give you the law? and yet none of you keepeth the law. Here we are. Moses gave the law, so I keep telling you, read the first 5 books of Moses. Moses gave the law, yet none of you keepeth the law. Why go ye about to kill me, he said. They want to kill him. So why you want to go and kill him? So he gave you the law, but you don't keep the law. And some of you don't even know the law. You ain't even read the laws. Going over the laws for yourself. You got to study, show yourself approval to the Most High. Surely we can go over them. At the same time, you got to go over them yourself. So I'm going to stop right there. That's enough.
Conversation mode is on. Everyone can now be heard.
Are there any questions concerning what I just went over? If not, we can get ready to send up the prayers. Imagine walking Yakadam, rise and face the east.